Friday, September 23rd, 2016. Maneko64 here, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. I like to discredit Keynesian economists, which are basically the PhD economists running our central bank, not ours, because I don't consider them mine, but yeah, all the PhD economists running the central banks of the world, like Janet Yellen, formerly also Ben Bernanke. And why do I say that? Well, there's a story out today from investing.com, and it says, and I quote, Boston Fed's Rosengren economy needs modest gradual tightening. And I'll read you the article here. See what you think. Boston Fed President Eric Rosengren said on Friday that he believed interest rates should be raised gradually now and warned that a fall in the unemployment rate below its sustainable level could derail economic recovery in the United States. And he quotes, by 2019, I expect the unemployment rate to have declined below 4.5%. While I have a long track record of advocating for policy that supports robust labor market conditions, that is below the rate that I believe is sustainable in the long run, Rosengren said in a statement. And it goes on to say Rosengren dissented at this week's Federal Reserve rate setting meeting that left interest rates unchanged. He and two other rate setters had voted for a hike. So he's basically saying that if the unemployment rate drops lower, it could derail the economy. How does he figure that out? If more people are working, how can that be bad for the economy? When the other thing that he doesn't point out is that the 4.9% unemployment rate that we have right now is basically a fiction. Because there's another article here that I've got. It's from cnsnews.com, and it's from June 3rd, 2016. It's a few months old, but it hasn't changed much. And the title of the article is, and I read for you, record 94,708,000 Americans not in labor force. Participation rate drops in May. And I'll read further about this article. It says a record 94,708,000 Americans were not in the labor force in May, 664,000 more than in April, and the labor force participation rate dropped 0.2 of a point to 62.6%, near its 38-year low, the Labor Department's Bureau of Labor Statistics reported on Friday. And it goes on to say, when President Obama took office in January 2009, 80,520,000 Americans were not participating in the labor force. So, very good economic record, President Obama. 14 million people more out of work. So how does the unemployment rate drop? Well, they don't count people that aren't looking. It's all like fudged. But what I'm trying to say is, how can this guy, Eric Rosengren, who's got a PhD in economics, by the way, from, it's not Harvard, Yale, or Princeton, but it's the University of Wisconsin in Madison. Still, they probably teach the same rubbish that they teach the other PhD economists. So this guy's come out and he's saying that we can't let the unemployment rate go below 4.5%. We'll have to start raising interest rates so that people don't get jobs, despite the fact that, how much is it again? Yeah, almost 95 million Americans don't have a job. This, I'm sorry, I have to say it, this moron basically is saying that we can't have that. We have to raise interest rates and to slow down the economy. Basically, he's espousing, not that I don't agree with raising interest rates. I think interest rates actually should be a lot higher than they're now. But all I'm trying to say that how many people are working has nothing to do with inflation of the monetary system, inflation of money or credit. And these Keynesians, they've got this fallacy that, according to them, if there's too many people working, that it's going to be bad for the economy. I don't understand it. What is it, guys? Full employment? I thought, supposed to promote full employment. But you've got 95 million people out of work, and you're saying that's the excuse for us to raise interest rates? Doesn't make sense. So very easy to discredit these people. But yeah, he's the president and chief executive of the private Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. And I say private because all the district banks of the Federal Reserve System are owned by the banks, the private banks that make up the district of the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston district. So there you have it, Eric Rosengren. He's a doctor, I guess, in economics, or voodoo economics, if you want to call it that. But amazing. He's blaming 95 million he's blaming workers for creating inflation, while it's the fraudulent fiat money system where they print money out of thin air that inflates the money supply and debases the currency. It's got nothing to do with workers having jobs. A huge fallacy. It's kind of annoying, but that's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm the home of alternative economics and contrarian views. And if you like my videos, please make sure you share it far and wide. Like them and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And if you'd like to donate to my channel as well, donations are welcome. I've got some links below in the description. You can donate in cryptocurrencies or to PayPal and Patreon. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.